So many crazy things seem to happen almost every day that it gets kind of hard to keep up with everything. But I want to say a few words about five different things that I noticed today, and you can leave your comments below if you disagree, although I can't imagine why that would be. The first is the one and only Donald Trump left this post on Truth Social. Congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king. So, aside from the sheer craziness of everything that Donald Trump does, it's comments like this that demonstrate that inwardly he really does see himself as a savior and a king. And what we're going to find out over the coming months and the next couple of years is that everything will continue to move in the direction of giving Donald Trump more and more power. He really does want to be a king. And of course, Bible prophecy talks about the Antichrist being the eighth and final king. Another story that broke overnight was about Pope Francis having double pneumonia, and several sources in Europe talked about how he was on the edge of death. It's not widely covered in American media, but I do maintain that what happens to this Pope is of interest as far as Bible prophecy goes, as I do think the next Pope could very well be the false prophet. All we have to do is consider the sheer evil of the Vatican down through the centuries for us to know that they will play a big role in the last few years. Another story was about Zelensky sniping back at Trump after Trump basically said that Ukraine started the war. It's truly amazing how quickly Trump once again warmed up to Putin once he got back in power. So it's a pretty good assumption that whatever peace does happen in the Russia-Ukraine war, it's going to heavily favor Russia. There was a story on Axios about Trump administration targeting the U.S. Institute of Peace, which I found rather symbolic. Today also saw Trump sign another executive order giving him power over normally independent federal agencies. So if we think back to how he said he was going to be dictator for one day, we're now in day 30, I believe, and he shows no sign of slowing down. And the final thing I want to mention is about those comments that just don't show up sometimes. Now, I don't have my reading glasses in front of me, so I can't exactly see what this one says. I think this person is just a little perplexed that their comment hasn't showed up, and they're very kindly asking me why that would be. But in case you don't know, you have to remember to sort comments by newest first in order to see the latest in a comment thread. I don't know why this is. It just seems to impact my channel more than others sometimes. But if you make a couple of comments and you don't see them, sort by newest first. They'll probably show up. And one thing you do not want to do is to copy and paste the same comment over and over again. For example, if you make a nice long comment and you think it's really insightful and you don't see it, don't try pasting that exact same comment a few minutes later to see if it'll take the second time. Because what happens is YouTube detects that kind of behavior as spam. So as a reminder, if you don't see your comment, rather than leave a very nice message like this, instead, sort comments by newest first. That'll probably make them show up. If they still do not show up, you might have a few trigger words in there that YouTube doesn't like, but no matter what, don't just copy and paste the same comment over and over. That'll probably just make things worse for you. So that's all in this short update. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.